All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to 313 Hockey. Today, we're very excited. We have our first Red Wings player on the podcast, Adam Erne, sometimes known as Elite Adam Erne. I don't know, Adam, have you heard the fans been calling you that? I think I've been pushing it pretty hard, just Elite Adam Erne. It has a really nice roll off the tongue.
I've seen it here and there on Twitter for sure.
So actually,
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Jake.
that's a good question. Because how often do players? How often do you guys normally check Twitter? Because we all wonder
I would say I used to check it a lot more. Like I just kind of stopped during the season. I think there's just a lot more negative than positive sometimes. Doesn't really matter who you are, but um, I try to stay off Twitter a little bit during the season. But I do like to keep it because it's a good source of information for trades and updates and stuff. But I try not to dive too deep down those rabbit holes of comments and just fan comments.
they're funny people sometimes too. So yeah, you get the good with the bad, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of times, the bad outweighs the good, unfortunately. But
Oh no, despite
you'd
all
be
of us calling
surprised.
you elite.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't
We're pushing
matter.
the propaganda, bro. Don't
We
you worry.
It's not
Okay.
propaganda. It's real. So that's why we're so excited to have you on. I know you saw the video of me talking about you. You favorited that tweet, and that kind of spurred us really wanting to have you on. And
Yeah,
so again, thanks for joining. I
of
think
course.
one thing that the fans talk a lot about when it comes to the Adam Erne discussion is your involvement with NFTs. So I want to hear a little bit. What's with the NFTs?
NFTs. I just got into those a little bit with a guy that I knew from back home and one of my friends. And I was into crypto already a little bit, trying to learn about that. And just another one of those things I kind of got down the rabbit hole and just kind of started doing a little research. And just kind of enjoyed doing it in my off time. I've taken a little step back from it now. I think the whole stuff's a little bit cooled off right now, but I'm just
Hmm.
holding on to what I had. But I was definitely into it there for a little bit.
Okay, so you still have them. You're still
I'm still holding on to them. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I
Okay,
think
the people wanted to know.
yeah, I think the same thing with like the stocks and crypto right now. I think everything's a little
Mm,
bit down right now, but
That market's
yeah,
volatile.
it is. A lot of highs and
Um,
lows.
so I noticed you pivoted into the clothing brand. So do you want to talk to us a little bit about that? Like, how did that come
Yeah,
to be?
yeah. I think everybody just kind of assumed that was going to be a clothing brand. I don't. That wasn't really my, um, I guess my main focus in it. I haven't even really started doing any clothes or anything yet. But my main focus was to just create a platform that was more engaging to the fans. I was just, when I'm creating content, I was thinking back to 9, 10, 11, 12-year old self. And when I was just such a hockey junkie and what I wanted to see and what I didn't have access to. And just kind of create videos of, behind the scenes, whether it is at home or at the rink or on the road, and just stuff that, everyday, hockey fans don't get to see, and just give them access to that.
Yeah, I know a
oh,
lot of us are really curious about that, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a space that hockey players haven't necessarily dived into yet, and I'm just kind of learning as I go and working with Krista. Like I think you guys have talked to,
Yeah.
obviously, get me on here, but yeah, we're just kind of playing with it. We're using that recast platform,
Yep.
and it's been good so far. It's she does a lot of the work as far as ideas,
Hmm.
and then I'm just trying to create the content and just trying to get people to check in and see what's going on.
Right on.
Can you speak to when we can expect to see that dropping? Because we all really have been keen to. We said we're all going to get it all and put it on the show, and we're all going to wear the Adam Erne brand.
100%. Yeah, I think I've took my time trying to get the content out there, and I definitely am going to take a little time to make sure that whatever I give out as far as like merch and clothing and stuff is exactly what I want it to be. So I definitely have some samples on the way soon, but like I said, it wasn't what I had originally planned. So when everybody started asking for it, I was surprised. So I'm on it though. I'm on it.
All
Yeah,
right.
the people want it.
They
No, I gotta
do.
give the people what they want.
You have
Excellent.
to. And
I
you have
will.
been on the ice. I think one thing that I talked about in the video that you liked, and maybe it wasn't the nicest, but I did talk about the how you played last season versus this season, and
Yeah,
a lot of us have noticed a huge shift in like the best way
yeah.
coming into in the preseason and now in the regular season. Can you talk to like some of the things which you've changed in your game, like why maybe this change has happened and for this season?
Well, I think last year was just a down year for me. I think
Mm,
production wise, um, I don't think there was that much stuff I was changing. I mean, you looked at 2 years ago, and
hmm.
that's kind of what I was doing this year. And
Yeah.
I think that just happens sometimes. You have a down year, and it's I guess just how you bounce back from it, and you just can't let those pile up.
So I mean, you've played over 300 NHL games now, right?
But,
What so far? I mean, it's obviously been a long career so far, but like, what has been your favorite moment so far of your career?
um, a single favorite moment, I think there's a couple. I think every time that my kids get to go to the games on the weekends,
Oh,
they're so young right now, so they only get to come to a couple games when they don't have school the next day. I think it's super fun to see them like in warm ups, and then when I come off the ice from warm ups. And then I think the classic everyone says their first game, because I think that's probably the only time that I think my entire family was able to go to the game. And I think most people would tell you it's a lot more rewarding to know that they were able to be there, and kind of feel like they got something out of all the sacrifice that they were able to give during my whole career so far. So I think that was super cool to like have them be a part of
Family man, love it.
that. Yeah,
that is so wholesome. I love that. I think I saw either you or your wife had posted them in their little Ernie jerseys. It was
yeah,
so cute. Yeah, I thought that was really wholesome. So I love that that's your favorite part of the game. And I think, yeah, we'd love to know a little bit more about who you are, like as a person off the ice.
yeah. I mean, I'm just right now I'm dad, so um, it's pretty crazy. But I do think having kids is amazing, and it really kind of puts things in perspective, because before them, hockey is just so consuming, and
Right.
if you have a bad game or just a
Hmm.
bad day, you just bring it home with you. And when you have kids, you come home and it's like you just completely forget about it, and there's bigger things to worry about, and not time to think about that. So I do think that that's kind of helped me, and um, just makes it more enjoyable to go to the rink when it's just not all you're thinking about all the time, and you get to enjoy it a little bit more, and you realize there's more important things in life than having a tough day at the rink. So um, it's been great.
Do you think that, so you have 3 kids, right?
I do, yeah.
You think the more kids you have, the better your performance on ice will be?
Well, I'm not having more than three, so I don't think we're gonna find that out. But no, I think three's a good number for me. I felt like pretty good about two, and then I feel outnumbered right now. So, um, but no, it's good. It's they're so close in age, and they're best
Yeah.
friends. And the youngest one's still a baby, so she's still growing. But the oldest two, they're in the same room and same class, and they just
Oh,
they're great.
It's
that's
so
awesome.
wholesome. Yeah, we love that.
So I mean, as far as off the rink goes too, do you have any like teammates that you hang out with normally, or like people you go out with from the team?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think you hear it from everybody, but with our team, it's honestly so true. It's like on the road, it's like you go with someone different all the time. Our team is just super close. This is definitely the closest locker room I've had. Um, Honestly, like I go to different, dinner with someone different every trip, but um, I've always been super close with Ras,
Mm,
Z, Joey, um, younger crew, but um, like on the plane, I sit with Larks and Razor and Bert and Ras. So we play cards together. So I mean, it's really just a mixed bag. We have such a tight locker room, and I think it definitely is going to translate on the ice.
That's awesome.
That's really good to hear. You play cards and you've been in Detroit since 2019. Do you know what euchre is?
Yeah, it's what. Yeah. We
You
play.
guys play euchre?
We don't always not
Yes.
typically, but we have in the past. I was going to say we play that. We played that a little bit last year, but typically we play sharps. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Did the
similar.
Michigan guys teach everyone how to play, or did you know what it was?
I did know how to play. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought it was more of like a very Michigan thing, but that makes me happy that you're playing that.
Yeah.
Right
So
on.
you're kind of our inside guy in the locker room right now.
Yeah.
As our first person we get to talk to, what is
Yeah.
something that you think would help from like a fan's perspective when it comes to like rooting for the team? Like, are there things that you find that help?
Well, I definitely think like just the noise in the building is great sometimes.
You're welcome.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that they appreciate the things in the game that maybe some of the other fan bases don't. Like I think our fans definitely know hockey, and they appreciate not just the goal scoring and the point
Right.
getting, but they can acknowledge when somebody's doing something right, or
Mm-hmm.
just a little detail that we all notice on the bench, but it's pretty obvious to us that we can tell that you guys obviously know hockey, so um, that's good. When we're having a third or fourth line shift, that's keeping them in their zone or being physical, and it's being encouraged by the fans that makes you want to go do it again. So we definitely have that
Nice.
home ice advantage for sure.
I'll make sure we start screaming "shoot the puck" more. I know that's really helpful.
Yeah.
I think, the fans this season, I think in general, like have really rallied around supporting you too. I don't know if this is noticeable besides checking Twitter, but do you notice a difference in the fans?
I try to stay off the social media.
Okay,
I'm on it. I've just tried to stay away from
I respect that.
because you read a positive comment and it's nice, but then you read you start going down the negative stuff, and it's just I think it just has way more of an effect on
Of
everybody when you
course.
start going down that stuff. So I think it's kind of like a universal like thing that you learn after a couple years of playing in the league. It's like it's not worth reading all the positive stuff to then go down the negative stuff. It's just even if you don't know who it is and it's just some
Some
person behind their
dummy.
computer. It's just like
Yeah.
it's just the way it goes. So it sucks because it takes away from like you guys and interacting with you guys, right? So but it is what it is.
I
Comes
do
with the
have
job.
I do have a meta question for you.
Sure.
You've been on two different teams that Eisman's built, obviously
Yep.
Tampa and then Detroit.
Yeah.
Do you see any similarities in like how the roster is structured to Tampa's, or do you see like a philosophical difference?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say, what's expected of us. Steve's a pretty serious guy, but he's pretty honest and fair. So,
Yeah.
whatever you give on the ice, he's gonna judge you. So, whether that's negative or positive, I think, he expects you to just leave it all out there. And he's obviously a super, smart guy in the hockey world, and he knows, different guys give different things. Um, but he's definitely isn't afraid to keep you accountable no matter who you are, and I do like that. So I guess that would probably be my only similarity is he just doesn't care if you're captain of the team or you're a guy that's in and out of the lineup. He's going to make sure that you're doing your part.
Right on.
Yeah.
Maddie, do you have anything else?
No, I mean, I think we've gone through most of my questions.
Adam, do you have any questions for us?
I don't think so, but yeah, I got plenty of time, so whatever you guys got.
Cool, man. Honestly, Adam, where can we find you? Or what can we look forward to in the future?
You guys can all feel free to hit me up in the comments on Instagram with more stuff what you guys want to see. I'm all for the ideas, and I'm trying to brainstorm them all myself. So I think we have the stick taping stuff that's
Oh
coming
yeah.
out, the skate sharpening stuff, again, those are, I was always a stick junkie growing up, so that's all stuff I wanted to see. And um, we could definitely get some guest appearances, whoever you guys want to see. So like I said, I'm just kind of trial and error right now, trying to see what everybody likes and wants, and so I'm open to suggestions for sure.
I
Well, we
like
are
that.
happy to provide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I also do, as a former player, I like that you're like appealing to kids who play and like show
Yeah.
that. I was a goalie, so like the stick taping and stuff,
Yeah.
still interesting, but I think it's gonna I think the more that everyone's online, as you mentioned, but the more that we can see like you're a real guy and just
Yeah.
you tape your stick too. Like sometimes
Yeah.
it's easy to forget about that. So like the more that we can see like Adam Erne, the human, rather than like Adam Erne, the Detroit Red Wings player, I think that's the sort of content that I enjoy. So
Yeah, for sure.
I have a stick taping question, actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I've seen a couple pictures of like some pretty bad tape jobs in the NHL. Who do you think has the worst tape job on the team?
On our team, put this way, I don't think it's an awful tape job. I just think it's like if you give like a dad that doesn't never played hockey in his life a stick and you said tape it, like that's how he would tape it, because it's the most standard tape job ever is suitor.
Oh no.
It's not like a bad one, it's just a classic,
boring.
Just boring, yeah. But it
I've
worked for him, so
like I've seen that Jamie Benn one where he just tapes the very end, like just absurd to me.
That freaks me out. I don't like that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, with the content stuff, I think something that like I've tried to figure out and navigate to is I can't just bring my phone and then video everything with all the guys. Like I wouldn't like that. Like if someone was one of the guys. So I'm just trying to create stuff that's kind of like behind the scenes in the quiet area. So yeah, I don't know. We're just playing with it for now, but that was kind of like my main focus. So when everybody wanted merch, I understand it now, but I didn't realize that everyone was going to think that that's what I was doing. But I was going more for the content side. But if everybody wants it, that's all the guys.
Gotta give the people what you want.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. So
the man of the people. That is kind of what they've been saying.
Many have said it.
we had a discussion yesterday about different breeds of dog.
Yeah.
In terms of the guys on the team, how would you just like if you were this is a really dumb question. I know it's dumb.
I think I have the dogs that describe it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the name of this episode. Erne has the dogs. All right. Well then we definitely said you have the dog in you, and it's definitely been true. So
yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, we love that.
Yeah, you guys get anybody else on here? Trying to?
We'd love to. It's just
we've had McCarty on. McCarty's a big howl of the show, but no current players. You're the first. You're the first one that we actively really tried to get on though.
Yeah. You guys get to most of the games?
I do.
Yeah. She lives right in Detroit. I live in Pittsburgh right now, so I try to just go when I can. But yeah, we're gonna be going a lot during November when I'm home for a while. It's gonna be a good time. I'm psyched.
Yeah. So you're from Detroit?
Yeah, I grew up in Macomb, so right around the corner.
Nice.
Cool. Well, cool, Adam. Thank you so much for coming on. Yeah, we really appreciate having you on. And we're really looking forward to seeing how you do the rest of the season.
Yeah, thanks. Definitely happy to circle back anytime.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks a lot, Adam. We're gonna keep hyping you up on Twitter. So even if you do check and there's some bad ones, most of it I see is positive. So if you're checking, hope that's what you're seeing.
All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right.